It began on a quiet Sunday morning. The sky was clear, the air calm, and the world peaceful, until the colors changed. At first, it looked like sunrise came too early. A strange red glow spread across the clouds. Then the light grew stronger, turning the whole sky into fire. People came out of their homes, pointing their phones upward. Some thought it was a meteor shower. Some thought it was a new weapon test. But no one expected what happened next. Every screen on Earth, phones, TVs, computers, went black. Then a voice spoke. It was deep, cold, and not human. This planet now belongs to the Xylar Dominion. The voice echoed across every device, every radio, every city speaker. No one knew who they were. But everyone felt the same thing, with fear. In New York, traffic stopped. In London, the power grid failed. In Tokyo, satellites stopped responding. The whole world froze. Then the first ships appeared. They were not rockets or planes. They moved like shadows made of metal, silent and massive. Each one was shaped like a triangle, blacker than night, and surrounded by strange blue light. The ships hovered over cities, New York, Moscow, Beijing, Sydney, and all at once. Then, thousands of small silver drones dropped from the sky. They flew low, scanning people with blue beams. Cars exploded when the beams touched them. Buildings melted. No one knew how to fight back. The military launched jets and missiles, but everything failed. Rockets hit invisible walls, alien shields. The drones destroyed everything that fired at them. Within hours, major cities were gone. Humanity had lost communication, control, and hope. But far from the cities, in a small town near the mountains, Captain Ryan Cole watched everything from his porch. Ryan was a former soldier, retired after 12 years of service. He had fought in wars on Earth, but nothing like this. He thought he had seen fear before. He was wrong. His wife, Anna, and his daughter, Lily, stood next to him looking at the red sky. "Dad, is it the end?" Lily asked softly. Ryan didn't answer. He didn't know. Moments later, something screamed in the air, not like a plane, not like a missile, but something alive. A drone crashed near their house, its body burning. It looked like a mechanical insect with eyes that glowed blue. Ryan grabbed his old rifle. "Inside now!" he shouted. But before they could move, a bright beam came from above. The house exploded. Ryan was thrown into the dirt. The air went silent. Only the sound of fire and his own heartbeat remained. When he opened his eyes, the sky was still burning. The ground shook as alien machines moved through the town, capturing survivors. He called out for his wife and daughter, but there was no answer. Only the sound of metal footsteps. He hid behind a fallen tree, watching as the drones took people into glowing cages. They scanned each one, and when they didn't find what they wanted, they burned them. Ryan bit his lip until it bled, trying not to scream. His world was gone in minutes. His family, gone too. He wanted to fight, but his rifle looked useless against the flying metal monsters. So he ran through the woods into the deep forest. As night came, the red sky turned darker. The alien ships hovered above like silent predators. The forest burned at the edges, but Ryan kept moving until his legs gave up. He hid in a cave, shaking from exhaustion. The world outside roared with explosions. He looked at his hands, dirty, bleeding, and whispered to himself. They made a mistake coming here. Then something strange happened. As the drones searched the forest, one flew over the cave entrance, but it stopped. Its lights flickered and it began to shake violently. Then, without reason, it crashed into the rocks. Ryan crawled closer, confused. The drone's body twitched, sparks flying from its shell. When he touched the ground, he felt a vibration, like a heartbeat coming from deep inside the earth. The mountain was alive. More drones came, but they all failed near the cave. Their lights went dark, their engines silent. Ryan watched in shock. Whatever was inside this mountain, it was protecting him. He whispered to the darkness, "What are you?" In the distance, he saw the reflection of fire on the horizon. Cities burning, ships still falling. But here, deep in the forest, something was different. Something was fighting back. Ryan didn't understand it yet, but he knew one thing. The aliens thought Earth was weak. They thought humanity would kneel. But the planet had secrets, old ones, and it wasn't done fighting. As he sat in the dark, the ground pulsed again, stronger this time. He felt warmth on his skin, like the Earth itself was breathing. He picked up a piece of the broken drone. The blue light inside it flickered weakly. Ryan stared at it, and for the first time that day he smiled. "This isn't over," he said quietly. "Not even close." And far above the clouds, inside the lead alien ship, a commander turned to his crew. "Report. Why did we lose contact with Sector 47? A small alien officer looked nervous. "Sir, it's interference. From the planet itself." The commander paused. His 4 eyes narrowed. "Impossible," he hissed. "No planet has ever resisted the Dominion." But deep below the surface, the mountain's pulse grew louder. The invasion of Earth had begun. And it was their biggest mistake. The world had fallen silent, cities burned like dying stars, and the sky stayed red for days. The Xylar Dominion controlled the planet, or at least they thought they did. Hidden deep in the mountains, Captain Ryan Cole was still alive. He had survived the first wave of the invasion. For days he moved through forests and caves, avoiding drones and patrols. The aliens hunted humans like animals. Anyone found was taken or killed. But Ryan had one thing the aliens didn't: the will to fight back. Inside a dark cave, Ryan sat near a small fire. He held the broken drone he found earlier. Its blue light still flickered weakly like a dying heart. He turned it over, studying its strange symbols and wires. He whispered, "You came to the wrong planet." Suddenly he heard footsteps, human ones. He raised his rifle, aiming toward the sound. A soft voice called out, "Don't shoot! We're not aliens." 3 people stepped into the firelight. They looked tired, dirty, but alive. The first was a young woman with a backpack full of tools, Dr. Mia Torres, a scientist from the Global Research Agency. The second, a tall man with a scar over his eye, Sergeant Blake, former Marine. And the third, a quiet older man carrying a laptop, Eli Park, a hacker who once worked for NASA. Ryan lowered his weapon slowly. "How did you find me?" Mia smiled weakly. "We didn't. We followed the signal." Ryan frowned. "Signal?" She nodded. "This mountain is blocking the aliens' scanners. It's like the Earth itself is jamming their tech." Eli stepped closer, showing his laptop. "Look, every time their drones come near this area, their systems crash. Something underground is sending out a pulse, a natural frequency that interferes with their machines." Ryan stared at the glowing map on Eli's screen. "You mean—" "The mountain is alive." "Not alive," Mia said softly, "but aware." They explained what they had discovered while hiding from the invasion. The Xylar technology used quantum resonance, a kind of signal that links all their ships and drones. But Earth had its own natural resonance, hidden deep beneath the crust, and it was fighting back. Ryan remembered the vibration he felt under the cave floor. The heartbeat of the planet. "So this pulse," he said slowly, "could it stop them?" Mia's eyes shone. "If we can boost it, maybe. But we'll need power. A lot of it," Blake grinned. "Then we steal it from the aliens." That night, the small group made a plan. They would travel to a nearby alien outpost, one that collected energy from the Earth's surface. If they could tap into its power core, Mia believed she could amplify the Earth's pulse and create a weapon strong enough to disable the alien network. It sounded impossible, but so did surviving this long. Before dawn, they left the cave. The forest was quiet, except for the faint hum of drones high above. They moved carefully through the fog, using old military tunnels and dry riverbeds to stay hidden. Every few hours, they saw signs of humanity's fall: burned cars, empty towns, and silent skies. But sometimes they found hope: spray-painted messages on walls, old resistance symbols, and even radio signals with coordinates of survivors. Humanity wasn't gone. It was scattered, waiting. By noon, they reached a ridge overlooking the alien outpost. It looked like a black tower made of glass and metal rising from the ground. Strange blue lines pulsed along its sides, drawing power from underground cables. Blake peered through binoculars. "Looks like a generator station. Guards all over it." Ryan nodded. "We don't need to fight them all. We just need to get inside." As they prepared to move, Ryan saw something strange in the dirt, a small green plant pushing through the ashes. It shouldn't have been alive. The soil here was burned and dead, but the plant glowed faintly, like it carried its own light. Ryan touched it gently. "Even the ground refuses to die," he said. Mia smiled. "Maybe Earth wants to survive as much as we do." When night came, they moved. Blake disabled 2 patrol drones, using EMP grenades he built from old batteries. Eli hacked into the security feed, looping the camera images. Ryan and Mia entered the tower through a service tunnel. Inside, the air felt heavy, full of static and alien energy. At the center of the room stood a glowing sphere, floating above a dark pit. It pulsed with blue light, the alien power core. Mia set up her equipment quickly. If I link this to the Earth's resonance frequency, it'll send a massive pulse back into their network. Ryan watched the timer on her screen tick down. And if it fails, she looked at him. Then it blows us up, he smiled faintly. Good to know, the system hummed. The ground shook. The lights turned from blue to white. Outside, drones began to fall from the sky one by one. Across the valley, alien ships glitched and vanished from radar. The pulse was working, but the success didn't last long. Siren screamed. Her huge alien warform, a towering machine with 6 legs, emerged from the base. Its eyes glowed bright red. Go, Ryan shouted. He fired at the warform, drawing its attention while the others escaped through the tunnel. The ground exploded around him. The machine roared, but Ryan didn't stop firing. At the last moment, Mia triggered the overload. The power core erupted in a blinding wave of energy. The tower collapsed. The warform fell silent, and for the first time since the invasion began, the sky over that region turned blue again. Later, in the forest, Mia looked back at the smoke rising from the destroyed base. We did it. The pulse is spreading. It's alive. Ryan watched the sunrise. No, he said quietly. It's awake. Far above the clouds on the alien mothership, the commander slammed his fist on the console. How can this planet resist us? What is this power? No one had an answer. But deep within the Earth, something ancient began to stir. The world was changing, and so was the war. For the first time since the invasion began, the night sky was dark again. Not red, not burning. Just dark and quiet. The explosion at the alien outpost had changed everything. Across hundreds of miles, alien drones stopped moving. Some crashed into the ground. Others just froze mid-air like statues. Human survivors came out from hiding, staring at the silent sky. For the first time in weeks, there was hope. Deep in the mountains, Ryan called Dr. Mia Torres, Sergeant Blake, and Eli Park watched the glow of the destroyed base fade into the distance. They were exhausted. Covered in dust but alive, Ryan broke the silence. You said the pulse would reach them all. Is that what we just saw? Mia nodded slowly. Yes, but it's only a fraction. We sent the signal, but it spread faster than I thought. Something or someone is amplifying it. Ryan frowned. Something underground? Mia hesitated. Maybe not just underground, maybe everywhere. Over the next few days, the group searched for other survivors. They found them. Small groups of soldiers, scientists, and civilians hiding in old bunkers and tunnels. Word of the mountain signal spread quickly. People started calling it the awakening pulse. Wherever the pulse had reached, alien machines failed. Even alien weapons stopped working. Humans began gathering the fallen drones, studying them, and rebuilding their tech for their own use. One night, around a campfire, Ryan spoke to the growing group of survivors. He said, "They thought we were weak. They thought they could take our world. But this planet isn't just ours, it's alive and it's fighting with us." Blake grinned. Then it's time to hit back. Using parts from destroyed drones, Eli and Mia built a device, a transmitter that could connect to the same frequency as the Xylar network. If they could control that signal, they could hijack alien ships. But the risk was huge. If they failed, the aliens would track them instantly. Ryan didn't care. "We've been running long enough," he said. "Let's show them Earth doesn't kneel." At dawn, they began the operation. Mia set up the transmitter near the remains of the alien tower. Eli linked it to his laptop, the screen glowing green with strange alien code. He muttered, "Their system is alive. It learns. It reacts. If I push too hard, it'll fight back." Ryan leaned over. "Then don't fight it. Trick it." Hours passed. The sound of static filled the air as the transmitter powered up. The ground shook again, softly, rhythmically, unlike a heartbeat. The Earth's pulse answered the signal. Mia's eyes widened. "It's sinking. The Earth's frequency is merging with the alien network." Blake looked up. "And that's good." "Very good," she said. "We're about to control their ships." A deep hum spread through the valley. The wrecked drones around them began to move, their blue lights flickering, turning green. Ryan raised his weapon, ready to shoot, but Mia shouted, "No!" "They're responding to us." One by one, the drones lifted off the ground, not hostile, but calm. They hovered silently, like soldiers waiting for orders. Eli looked at Ryan. "They're yours, Captain." Ryan smiled. "Then let's make them count." Within hours, the humans launched their first counterattack. Hijacked drones attacked alien patrols, cutting through the sky with green light. Alien ships tried to respond, but their systems glitched again. The resistance grew fast. Underground bunkers became command centers. Old military bases came back to life. For the first time, humans weren't just surviving, and they were winning. But not everywhere, far above. On the alien flagship, the Xylar commander watched the chaos unfold. His face was cold and expressionless, but his four eyes burned with rage. "These humans are adapting too fast," he hissed. "It's not possible." A smaller alien officer trembled. "Commander, the planet's resonance field is spreading. Our weapons lose power near mountain regions and forests." "Then burn the forests," the commander growled. "Destroy the ground if you must." He turned toward the holographic map of Earth. Strange energy readings pulsed from beneath the crust. "This world, it remembers us," he whispered. On the ground, Ryan and his team celebrated another victory. 3 downed alien ships and a captured power core. But Mia was worried. She showed Ryan the readings from the transmitter. "The pulse is growing on its own now. I'm not controlling it anymore." Ryan looked confused. "You mean it's spreading by itself?" "Yes," she said. "It's like the Earth knows we're fighting and it's helping." That night, Ryan couldn't sleep. He walked outside the bunker and looked at the stars. The air felt heavy, almost electric. The ground under his boots vibrated softly. He knelt and touched the soil. It was warm. "Are you really out there?" he whispered. A faint light flickered across the valley, not from machines but from the Earth itself. Glowing patterns appeared on the ground, like veins of fire running through rock. The next morning, the team discovered something incredible. The alien ship they had shot down wasn't completely destroyed, and the ship's AI had reactivated. But instead of attacking, it was speaking in human language. "We remember your kind," it said through the static. "You are not the first. The Earth has seen the Xylar before." Mia's eyes widened. "What do you mean, before?" The AI replied, "Millions of years ago they came. They tried to take the core. They failed. The planet sealed itself and waited." Ryan felt a chill. "Waited? For us?" "For Guardians," the AI answered. "For humanity." The truth hit them like a storm. Earth wasn't just alive. It had a memory, and humanity wasn't here by accident. They were the planet's defense, chosen long ago. Ryan looked at his team. "Then it's time to finish what our world started." The next phase had begun. The Earth was awake, and humanity was fighting back. The world had changed. The red sky was gone, replaced by clouds that glowed faintly green, the color of the Earth's pulse. In every ruined city, every broken street, humans were rising again. Old radios crackled with a new sound, a single message spreading across all frequencies. "This is Captain Ryan Cole. Earth fights back today." The resistance was no longer hiding. They had drones of their own now, hundreds of them, all controlled through the Earth's pulse network. The hijacked alien ships became human weapons, painted with the symbol of the new alliance, a blue circle, the mark of the awakened Earth. In the underground base deep beneath the mountains, Ryan and his team stood before a giant holographic map. Red dots marked alien strongholds across the planet. Blue lights showed where human forces had gathered. Mia pointed at the largest red mark over the Pacific Ocean. "That's their command mothership, the core of their network. If we destroy it, the others will fall." Blake leaned on the table. "Then we go there." Eli shook his head. "It's not that simple. They've built a shield around it. Energy pulled straight from the Earth's crust. If we attack blindly, we'll die before reaching orbit." Ryan stared at the map, his jaw tight. "Then we find another way." For a long time, no one spoke. Then Mia said softly, "Maybe Earth already has one." She showed them new readings from her instruments. The planet's resonance was growing stronger, spreading into the atmosphere. "It's like the planet is breathing again," she said. "If we can connect to it directly, we can use that power to reach them." Ryan understood immediately. "We use the planet's energy." To launch our own ship, Mia nodded. Exactly. The old space launch facility in Nevada. It's still standing. We can rebuild one of their captured ships there, link it with the Earth's core frequency, and ride that energy into space. Ryan looked around the room. Then that's our plan. We take the sky back. For days they worked non-stop. Engineers, soldiers, scientists, all united. They called the ship the Guardian. Half alien, half human, powered by Earth itself. When the time came, thousands of survivors gathered around the launch site. Children waved tattered flags. Soldiers saluted. Even the ground seemed to hum with quiet strength. Mia smiled as she handed Ryan a small device, a pulsing crystal from the mountain cave. This will connect you to the planet, she said. It'll protect you out there, Ryan nodded. If we don't make it, you will, she interrupted. Because Earth believes in you. The launch was unlike anything in human history. The Guardian rose on a pillar of green light, not fire. The Earth's energy lifted it, guiding it through the clouds. As it climbed higher, Ryan looked down through the viewport. He saw lightning storms striking alien ships, mountains shifting like giants, and oceans swirling with glowing light. The planet itself was alive, and it was fighting. Above the clouds, the alien fleet waited. Hundreds of Xyla warships surrounded the massive mothership, a dark fortress the size of a continent. Ryan's radio buzzed. "Captain, this is Resistance Command. You're clear to engage," he smiled grimly. "Let's give them a reason to remember Earth." The battle began. The Guardian's stolen alien cannons roared, tearing through enemy ships. Human-controlled drones followed, moving faster than the Xyla could react. The aliens fired back, beams of blue light cutting across the sky. But this time, the energy didn't pierce the human shields. The Earth's pulse absorbed it. Inside the mothership, alarms screamed. The Xyla commander watched his fleet crumble. "Impossible," he shouted. "No world has ever done this." A voice echoed through his chamber, the same cold voice he had used to claim Earth weeks ago. But now it sounded different. "You should not have come here." The walls around him trembled. His own ship began to shake as the Earth's pulse reached orbit, turning his weapons against him. Meanwhile, on the Guardian, Ryan's crew pushed forward. Eli hacked into the alien control systems, overriding their defense grid. Blake manned the weapons, targeting the enemy's core engines. Ryan guided the ship closer to the mothership's heart. They broke through the final shield barrier. Mia's voice came over the comms from Earth. "Ryan, the energy spike is massive. You have to hit their control node now." Ryan locked the coordinates and fired the last missile, powered not by fuel, but by Earth's own resonance crystal. The missile struck the mothership's center. For a moment, everything went silent, then light. A blinding wave of green and white tore through the sky. Alien ships exploded. Their control systems failed. The shock wave spread across the planet, breaking the Dominion's network completely. On the ground, people looked up and saw the stars returning, one by one. Hours later, the Guardian floated in orbit, surrounded by silence. The alien fleet was gone. Only fragments drifted in the dark. Ryan sat in the cockpit, breathing slowly. "It's over," Eli smiled weakly. "Not yet. We still need to land." But before they could turn back, the ship's system flickered. A new voice spoke through the speakers, calm and deep. "You have done well." "Guardians of Earth," Mia's voice came from the ground. "Ryan, do you hear that? It's the planet. It's speaking through the signal." The voice continued. "You have awakened the old bond. The Xylar feared this world once. Now they will remember why." Ryan looked out at the glowing Earth below. "Beautiful, alive, powerful," he whispered. "Then let them remember." Far away, in the ruins of the Xylar command center, the alien commander crawled from the wreckage. His armor cracked, his eyes dim. He looked at the blue-green planet and whispered, "This world, it fights like no other." He reached for his communicator, but the signal was gone. The Earth's energy had erased their entire network. Humanity had won the war, but the story wasn't over yet. Deep beneath the crust, the planet's core pulsed one last time, sending a signal far beyond the solar system, a warning and a promise. The stars were quiet again. After weeks of war, the sky no longer burned. The Xylar fleet was gone, torn apart by the planet they tried to conquer. But peace hadn't returned yet. The mothership still lived. broken, burning, but alive. And inside it, the Xylar commander was preparing his final move. On board the Guardian, Captain Ryan Cole watched Earth from orbit. The planet glowed softly with green and blue light, alive, breathing. But beneath that beauty, he saw storms rising again. Eli's voice came from the console. "I'm picking up energy spikes from the mothership. It's rebuilding itself." Ryan frowned. "How?" "We destroyed the core," Mia answered through the radio from Earth. "They're using your own resonance. They've learned from you." Ryan's face hardened. "Then we end it. Now." He turned to Blake. "Prepare the ship for one last run." Blake smirked. "One last ride, huh?" "Let's make it count." The Guardian turned toward the dying mothership. Flames and metal fragments floated all around it, glowing like embers in the void. But inside that wreck, the Xylar commander still moved. He stood before a massive crystal, black and pulsing. His armor was cracked, his eyes burned red. "You think you have won," he growled, "but this world's power will be mine." He reached out and touched the crystal. The ship shuddered as dark energy spread through it. A wave of black light shot toward Earth, cutting through space. On the planet, alarms sounded in every resistance base. The wave hit the atmosphere, turning the clouds black again. Mia gasped. "He's corrupting the planet's pulse. If he succeeds, he'll control the Earth itself." Ryan heard her voice through the comms. "Then this is the last stand." The Guardian dived toward the mothership. Alien defense turrets reactivated, firing beams of blue and red light. Ryan rolled the ship, weaving through explosions. Eli shouted, "Shields at 40%. "Hold them!" Ryan yelled. "Get us close enough to the core." Inside the mothership, the Xylar commander opened his arms, feeling the corrupted energy flowing into him. "You cannot stop evolution," he hissed. "I will become the god of this world." But deep beneath Earth's surface, the true core pulsed brighter, resisting the darkness. The planet itself was fighting back. Mia and her team worked desperately to boost the pulse. She placed the resonance crystal from the mountain into a new generator. "Come on, Earth. Help him." Back in space, Ryan's ship broke through the last line of defenses. He could see the mothership's heart, a swirling storm of black and red energy. Eli turned, sweat on his face. "We can't survive another hit, Captain." Ryan smiled faintly. "So we don't need to." He locked the ship's course straight toward the core. "Blake, get to the escape pod." Blake shook his head. "Not leaving." "Eli, that's an order." Eli refused too. "You said Earth fights together. That includes us." Ryan looked at them both and laughed softly. "All right then." Together. They armed the last resonance missile, a weapon made from Earth's living energy. As they approached the core, Ryan opened the comms one last time. "Mia, if you can hear me, tell the world we didn't fall. Tell them Earth fought back." Her voice broke through the static. "Ryan, don't do this!" But it was too late. The Guardian entered the heart of the mothership. The crystal at its center pulsed violently as black lightning filled the chamber. The Xylar commander roared, "You will serve me!" Ryan's voice echoed through the comms. "We serve Earth." He hit the trigger. Light, pure, blinding light. The resonance crystal exploded, merging with the Earth's pulse. A massive wave of energy spread across space, wiping out the corruption, the mothership, and the Xylar fleet. For a few seconds, all of space went silent. Then a voice echoed across the stars, calm, deep, powerful. "You have done well, my guardians." It was the voice of the planet itself. On the ground, people everywhere looked to the sky as it turned blue once more. No more fire. No more ships. Only peace and the soft hum of life returning. In the Nevada base, Mia fell to her knees, tears in her eyes. The pulse stabilized, glowing gently through the ground. Blake, Eli, Ryan, gone. But she felt something warm in her hand, the resonance crystal she had linked to Ryan before launch. It glowed softly, pulsing like a heartbeat. A voice whispered from it, faint but certain. "We're home." Mia smiled through her tears. "Yes, Captain." "You are." Months passed, the world slowly healed. Forests grew back faster than before. Oceans cleared. The planet's energy remained active. Calm now, but always watching. Humanity rebuilt their cities, stronger and wiser. They learned to work with the Earth, not against it. The resistance became the Earth Guard, protectors of their living world. Children in schools learned about the war, about the day the sky burned, and the humans who refused to kneel. At night, people sometimes saw strange green lights in the sky, small, moving orbs that shimmered and disappeared. Some said they were pieces of the old ships, others believed they were guardians, still watching from above. Far beyond the solar system, deep in the black of space, a broken Xylar ship drifted silently. Inside, a single alien survivor floated in the shadows, staring at a small blue planet in the distance. He whispered, "They were not the strongest, not the oldest, but they were the fiercest, and now, they are coming." Because in the final transmission of Captain Ryan Cole, one message had been sent far into the stars: "Earth is awake. If you come for us again, we'll be waiting." The end.